All right, guys, welcome back here to the Morning Buzz on WMSC Upper Montclair. And today we have an amazing interview, a wonderful interview. It's such a great time to be here on the station because I am here with an actress, social media star, if you want to call it that. Catalina, welcome to the
Hi. Oh
show.
my God. Please don't say social media star.
I
I'm really
know.
not. I really am not. My views right now are so bad, but thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
It's great to have you on. I'm in a new role where now I am looking for people to interview. And as I was scrolling around on my burner Instagram, if you want to call it, I call it burner because I don't ever use it, but now I'm starting to. Anyways, I saw your profile. I was like, I need to interview her because I've seen you on YouTube before. And funny enough, I've seen you on a commercial before. And then as I
Oh
was
my
scrolling, I
God.
was like, that girl looks awfully familiar. So yeah, you were on an Xbox commercial or no?
Yeah,
See,
Xbox. That's how you know I'm a good actor because I have never played an Xbox before. So,
very believable. Hard hitting performance. It almost made me cry actually.
oh, thank you. Thank you. Anytime.
hmm
That's what I'm here for.
Yes. Okay. So now we're gonna get into some questions because as much as
Okay.
we could talk about Xbox controllers and all that stuff, no one wants to hear that.
No.
So you were born and raised in California, right?
Yeah, Orange County, born in well,
Yeah.
technically I was born in Bellflower, which is LA County, but I was raised in Orange County. So I like to say I'm from LA, even though I am 100% not.
You're 100% not, but it's cool. No
It's
one needs to
cool.
know
I'm
that part.
from no
Yeah.
one needs to know. No one needs to know. I live here now, so it's okay.
What was it like growing up there though in California?
It was great weather. I love it. Disneyland's right here. My family is very close in the area, so I hung out with my family all the time. I think more than my friends, I think at one point. My mom's family lives in Tijuana, so when I was growing up, we would just drive like Friday night or Friday after school, go to Tijuana, come back Sunday afternoon. That was just kind of like how I grew up. But then as I got older, I started doing like musical theater and stuff. So my weekends like got really not available anymore. But I mean, it was fun. I really enjoy living here and growing up here.
That's cool. So, in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, guys, for those who
Woo!
don't know, we're in the almost to the end of it, but
I
that shouldn't
know.
stop you from celebrating all the wonderful people in the Hispanic culture. So, just because our time is done, don't forget about us. All right, keep on celebrating us year round. But you are the daughter to two Mexican immigrants. Am I right?
Mhm. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And something that I really appreciate is kids are a lot of times shaped by the parents that they see, right? So what was it? How do you think they shape the person you are today?
I think my something that my mom specifically has like ingrained in me is like you have to know your worth like in any situation. Like there's going to be people that underestimate you because you're a woman, you're a Latina, like there's always going to be people in that, but you have to like stand in the room, know your worth and just kind of yeah, be powerful in that. And I think what something my dad taught me is just like working hard. He was someone who came to this country like wanting to start his own business, and he did, and it's been growing. It's becoming this successful thing. So I think he hasn't really told me anything, just by like me living with him and watching him. I've really learned how to be a hard worker, successful person, and not to say no to people, and also know your worth. My dad was one of those people that when I was growing up, I think he just assumed that I would take over whatever he's created. And unfortunately, that's not the plan.
That's not the
But
case.
not the case. I mean, who knows? Who knows? You never know how this path may take me. But he would always like invite me to go to his business meetings and stuff like that. And I have gone now that I'm a lot older, and it's just so fascinating to see him. Like he's not the best Spanish speaker, but it's not the best English speaker. Sorry, he doesn't speak English very well. But when he's in the room, like that doesn't hold him back. He's still like saying things, even if they don't make sense. He's like, I don't care. Like I know, like my mom. Like he knows his worth. He knows what he can do, and he knows what he can offer. So it's so fascinating, like watching him in his element, I guess.
For real. I think honestly, that's one of my favorite kind of stories to hear are stories from people that come to this country with pretty much, I don't want to say nothing, but they're starting a whole new life and they have to just work so hard. And a lot of times it's not what parents really say to you, it's how they act around you, you know? And so for me, my mom is like my biggest inspiration. And it's not like she said anything to me where I was like, you know what, that resonated with me. It's just how hard that you see them work. And it's not like they're not doing it in a selfish way. It's a lot of times for their kids or their family members. And it's never
Yeah.
really about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you never really realize it until you get older. Like, oh my God, like
Mhm.
you did all this stuff for me, like a selfish brat of a teenager, and you still like let me sleep in your house. Yeah, it's you really don't. I feel like for me, especially, I took them a lot for granted when I was growing up, and now that I look back, I'm like, damn, like you guys really like would have broken down castles for me and like done all these things for me, and I took that all for granted.
Shout out to your parents and shout out to the parents everywhere,
Woo.
guys. Give them a hug.
Yeah, call your
So
parents also.
for real, just say hi. Yeah, at the very
Say
least, say what's
hi,
up.
check in.
Um, so you began acting at a young age. So what
Mhm.
was it like kind of starting in that industry at such a young age?
It's funny because because my parents are immigrants, they taught me Spanish first. And when I went to school, obviously I went to English speaking school, it was school in California. So, funny enough, there was not a lot of, whenever I say this in videos, people are like, what do you mean she went to a school in Orange County and had no Latinos in her school? I literally had no one. It was just me, especially in elementary school. It was like, my school is a lot of like Filipino people and they speak Tagalog. And so it's kind of, we have the same colonizers, right? So it's kind of the
Yeah.
same language. They have similar words to us, but my ESL teacher told my mom, she was like, you need to put her in something that like she can learn English easily. Like, what does she like to do? What, like, my mom was like, well, she likes to sing and she watches movies all the time. So my mom put me in a musical theater camp for the summer and I instantly fell in love. Like, I think I was about maybe 4 or 5 years old, obsessed. Like I was it was a production of The Wiz, which by the way is supposed to be an all black cast, but this was in like the 90s in Southern
No rules at
California.
all.
No one cared about diversity, unfortunately. So I was in the production of The Wiz. I was a munchkin and I swear to God, I thought I was like the star of the show. Like Dorothy had her own choreography and I was following it when I was supposed to be following everybody else's. Like I was just like hooked. I was like, I love this. And then as I got older, my mom was just kind of like, oh wow, like she's actually kind of good at this. Like maybe we could like put her in some classes and stuff. So I started taking acting classes, and from there, I got an agent when I was like 8 or 9. And I've just been doing commercials like from then on. And my first commercial ever was Burger King. I did the apple fries. Do you remember the apple fries? I don't even think they're a thing anymore. The
No.
very
Apple
first
fries?
the very first commercial for the apple fries I was in, it was with Cabbage Patch. I've tried to find this commercial everywhere. I cannot find it. But it was me in a hair salon in downtown LA, and I was promoting the apple fries and the Cabbage Patch doll toy. And yeah, I just kind of did that until I started high school. My mom was just kind of like, you need to focus on your school, like whatever. But I continued acting in my community theater as well as my high school theater department. And then when I graduated, my mom thought I was going to be a lawyer, and I was like, no, I don't like school. So I went to acting school for 2 years, and yeah, I've just been doing the dang thing ever since.
Doing the dang thing.
Mm-hmm.
So interestingly enough, as I was researching you on the internet with
Oh God,
my keyboard, I found something very interesting that I wasn't expecting. I didn't even know this was a possibility.
I'm scared.
So you are no, you're good. Nothing crazy. I haven't discovered any rumors or anything about you um, yet. So there was a Lowe's commercial that you were in,
Yes.
and it happened to be that you were also starring in that commercial with Zendaya.
With Zendaya, again, this was a time when diversity was not a thing. She played my sister actually.
That's hilarious.
Like, and if you look at me, we look nothing alike. So we were a we were a Latino family. Um, yeah, I think it was 12 or 13 at the time. I remember I shot it in March, so it was kind of rainy outside. It was a 2-day shoot. One day was at the Lowe, second day was at a house. And it was super cool. Like she was super nice. This was right before she started Shake It Up. And I remember her specifically telling me like, yeah, like I'm gonna start shooting for Disney Channel in a couple weeks. And in my head, I was like, okay, cool, yeah, like me too, whatever. And then I saw her on Disney Channel a couple months later, and I was like, wait, I did a commercial with her, and that's another commercial. that I literally cannot find. Like I have the call sheet, it has her name, it has her dad's phone
Mhm.
number. Like I have it. I just don't have like any video proof of it, which sucks. But yeah, she was super cool.
That's cool. Okay, here's the thing. You can't find it, and I can't find it either because I saw like an article and I was like, okay, now I must Google because I need to see what this even looks like. And I'm just
Mhm.
typing in any possible keyword with Lowe's commercial in it. Nothing I could find. So, maybe you're in an alternate universe and that commercial never happened in the current one.
That's my other variant is actually a
Hmm.
celebrity. And you know what? We were called the Blue Family, so I always look up like Lowe's Blue Family commercial 2011. I cannot find it anywhere
Not a chance. Why the Blue family? Oh,
because we were.
Lowe's.
Well, no, actually, we were a family that was like obsessed with the color blue. So like our whole house was blue, and in the commercial, like a red
Hmm.
bird goes into our window, and we're like, we should change our entire house and aesthetic to red. Or no, yellow. It's yellow. So we paint our whole house yellow. Our clothes are yellow, and then a red bird comes in, and then the commercial is like, we should go to Lowe's and get red stuff, or whatever.
I kind of wonder. I wonder if there's like a Lowe's cinematic universe going on from that commercial on.
Imagine. Well, you know what's funny? That was
Hmm.
the age that I was like super imaginative. Well, I mean, I still am imaginative, but like that at that age, I was like, oh my God, we could totally make this a TV show. Like we're a family. Every single season we change colors. Like we just have a different
Yes.
aesthetic every season. And everyone just like played along with me, obviously, because I was a child. But yeah, I've thought about that for
Mm,
sure.
I don't know. I think it could be, maybe not yet. The world's not ready for a Lowe's TV show. I say a couple years from now.
Season
Give it a
finale
shot,
is something at a Lowe's.
Yes, please make it happen. Okay. So we've talked about your acting career. We'll mention it a little bit later because I got some rapid fire questions for the show. But you're also, I would say, a content creator. I know you don't want to say that you're a content creator, but you've been
No,
featured on
I could.
YouTube channels.
Yeah, I would say content creator. I wouldn't say social
Okay.
media star. I don't think I've reached stardom
Got it.
yet.
Got it.
When I'm a GIF, I can say that I'm a star, right?
Mm, true. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as a content creator,
Hmm.
I've always wondered, especially with bigger companies like BuzzFeed and all those other ones, what is it like making content in that kind of environment?
Honestly, it's so much fun. I think my favorite thing about, doing videos for BuzzFeed and Better Like and specifically is, well, I mean, I was only in the office for 3 days before the pandemic happened. So I didn't really get the
Oh,
in-person experience until like a couple weeks ago. But my first brainstorm in the office, you come in with ideas, but then the other ideas that people are kind of like throwing out in the room, you like it's so awesome because my brain like explodes. Like I'm like, oh my God, like, I love that idea. What if we do this? And it's just like you come in with your own ideas, but then as the whole brainstorming process happens, like so many other cool ideas that you didn't even come in with happen, and it's just like it's a lot of fun. Like the people there are so creative and they're so down for anything that it's just a really fun experience.
that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah.
Kind of jealous, but so the world I feel is definitely starting to change in a lot of parts for the better. We're seeing a lot more representation, especially in Hollywood, in music and all this stuff within musics, especially Marvel movies. I feel like a lot of them have been super diverse.
Hmm.
And I'm wondering, as you are Mexican, how does it feel that I don't want to say our time has come in a sense, because I feel like the Hispanic community still hasn't seen that representation on like a
Yeah.
grander stage. This is honestly just my ploy to be part of a Marvel movie, guys. That's
Same,
what
same.
I'm
It's
trying to get.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Same.
Uh, but yeah, how do you feel like we're closer to that representation for our communities?
I mean, I think we're definitely the conversations are definitely happening. As like a Mexican American who is like light skinned, I feel like my time has already been here. Like, I grew up with the George Lopez show. I'm gonna mention Wizards of Waverly Place because technically they were half Mexican.
Technically.
So I was like, I'm Alex Russo, I'm Selena Gomez, whatever. But I feel like it's the conversations happening around like, Afro Latinos, darker skinned Latinos, Puerto Ricans, people from El Salvador, from Guatemala, like all of from the DR, like those conversations are happening, and I think people are realizing, or the people that grew up not being seen in media are finally in the writers room, in the producing area, and they're like, you know what, like I should just make a story about, me and my community. And I think it's really awesome. I think it's slowly but surely happening. um it's not 100% there yet, but I know we're going to get there, which is awesome.
For real. I can't wait until we get there. Once again, Marvel, if you're hearing this, you got
Marvel,
two potential people. I don't
please.
have any acting credentials at all, but I can give it my best shot.
They are having, I will say, Marvel is coming out with a lot. I actually, it's more DC. They're coming out with a lot of more like Latino led.
That's what I saw online.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
having. I think his name's like Black Beetle or something, and then I think Mrs. Marvel or Miss Marvel, something Marvel, is
Something like that.
gonna be Latina also. And then the actor Cholo, I don't know his full name. I just know his nickname is Cholo, but he is also going to be a DC superhero. I just don't remember which one. But there's I feel like the DC the DC company is coming out with a lot of Latinos. Marvel, we need to
Yeah,
step it up.
Marvel, step
Salma
it up,
Hayek in
man.
Eternals is the first step. Now you can
I know. We need more.
we need more.
More. Okay. So those questions, I wouldn't say they were hard hitting, but these next few questions are a little less serious and
Oh,
more
okay.
more laid back. And that's why I normally like to close out interviews for the most part,
Mhm,
is because sometimes you just need to chill out a little bit.
for
So,
sure.
as someone from the West Coast, I am on the East Coast, so I
Mhm.
need to know a couple West Coast questions.
Go for it.
First off, everyone is always talking about In N Out being the greatest thing since ever. And I need to know, is it really the greatest hamburger alive?
Okay, I love In and Out. I haven't had it in a long time, but it's funny that you mention it because I have been craving it so insane. And I live in an area where it's not super close by, so I don't have it all the time. But I will say it is in the top. It is in the top. I don't know if it's the best because everyone has different opinions. But to me, in my personal opinion, it is the number one. And I
The
miss
number
you. I
one.
hope to have you soon, In and Out.
If anything, it's a sign that you need to go get In and
I
Out,
think
whether
I
it's
might.
this week,
Yeah,
you need to at this point.
I think so for
But
sure.
okay, I have a question actually. This isn't even on my list of questions. So you were just in New York City. Did you
Mhm.
try Shake Shack at all?
I despise Shake Shack. I'm so
Are you
sorry.
kidding
I
me?
do not like Shake Shack at all.
Why?
It's so funny that you mention it because when I was in New York, I was with girls that have never been to New York before, and they would see Shake Shack everywhere and like, we should eat it. I was like, no, I've had Shake Shack. I do not like it.
No
To be fair,
way.
I had Shake Shack once when I was 17 in New York City, and another time when I between the ages of 18 and 20, because they have one in Hollywood, and I've had that one there, and I didn't like it, and I don't remember having a positive reaction to the one in New York. So I'm sorry. Maybe that's a sign I shouldn't move to New York.
I know. You'll never get In and Out again. Can I ask you, what did you just get like a normal hamburger from Shake Shack?
From Shake Shack in Hollywood, I've have gotten normal hamburger and some fries, and it's just like not it for me. Like I don't know.
Hmm.
The thing about
Okay.
I don't remember what I ordered in New York though, because to me that was years ago, even though that was literally only 4 years ago. But um, the fun fact: the Shake Shack in Hollywood Boulevard is right next to the Hollywood Pantages Theater, so you see a lot of people going in there before eating their food
Hmm.
before the show, or a lot of people going after the show. Just fun fact.
Just fun fact. Thank you. But okay, let me put you on to the Shake Shack. If you ever, decide one day you remember this radio interview and you're like, let me give Shake Shack one more try. Here's what I order, and this is something you can only eat probably once every 3 years, pretty much.
Oh God.
Because
Okay.
it's a lot of food. But so it's like a fried mushroom with like you don't like mushrooms.
I love mushrooms.
Okay, cool. Okay, so it's like a fried mushroom, right?
Okay.
And then in the middle is like some cheese,
Okay.
and then they put like another hamburger bun like on top on the bottom of it, and then it's like the two buns, lettuce, pickles, whatever you want on top.
Okay.
You should
Interesting.
give that a shot. At first I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Then I tried it and I was like, this is like the greatest thing I've ever
All
tasted.
right. I'm gonna think about that. Do you think I should get
Give it
it
a
here in
shot.
LA or I should wait until I go back to New York?
Oh, that's tough. Part of me says wait, but then part of me
Okay.
says like I need answers like as soon
Okay.
as possible. uh So give it a shot in LA, and then if it's mildly interesting, or you're like, oh, it's okay, give it a shot in New York because maybe it'll taste a little bit better.
All right. You know what? That's a good proposition. I'll
Hmm.
take you up on that.
All right. If you see like a random message one day, 6 months from now, that's the message. I need to
Okay.
know.
Got it.
Thank you. So we've gotten the hamburger out of the way, but now something that I feel like is super popular in the West Coast. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of people talk about Krispy Kreme. or no?
Okay, yeah. I mean, Krispy Kreme is a thing.
It's a
Yeah.
thing.
I would say it's pretty popular. Like I think before Dunkin' Donuts like came to the West Coast, because there was a time like when I grew up and Dunkin' Donuts to me was like only an East Coast thing. So before Dunkin' Donuts was like big here in California, Krispy Kreme was supreme. I feel like it is still supreme. I am kind of disappointed though, because when I went to the Krispy Kreme in Times Square this past time I was there, they had the red light that was like hot and fresh. And usually when that sign is on, you get a free glazed donut at the ones
Really?
here. Yeah, and I was shocked
No
that you guys
way.
didn't uphold that rule on the East Coast. I was like,
That seems
oh.
like a East Coast thing to do. Just not. Nothing is free here. They charge extra most times, I feel.
Yeah, you guys got expensive ass food. But anyways, we got to
I know. You're telling me. It's good though. It's good.
It's
It's very
good though,
pricey.
for
My
sure.
pockets can't handle it. So we're gonna go into another question. You are an actress, and I
Uh-huh.
feel that this is it's like almost asking a musician what their favorite song is. And a lot of times you're like, I don't know, I have so many. But
Uh-huh.
do you have like a favorite movie that you love to watch on repeat?
Probably The Wizard of Oz. That's like my favorite movie of
Hmm.
all time. I watch it when I'm really sad. And that's really depressing. But I really, really love that movie. And I think as I've gotten older, like more themes and elements in the film like hit my mind. I'm like, oh, that's the great like even just like the transition from like the sepia aesthetic to like the colorful aesthetic is just like we don't even realize it, but like back then that was so revolutionary, like in a
Hmm.
film that I hit me the other day when I was rewatching. I was like, they like when they watch this, their minds were blown. Like it was two different colors all of a sudden. Like there's just so much to appreciate, and I really love Judy Garland a lot, and I think she was treated horrible. And Wizard of Oz is also one of those movies that if you look at like the IMDb facts about the film, it was like done so bad. Like there was asbestos,
Yeah.
the little people were treated horribly, the actors were like it was bad, it was bad, but there's just so much history behind it that I love it so much. And it was like my first film that I remember enjoying and watching, and I had a Dorothy Barbie doll, like
You got a Dorothy Bart. Okay,
I
that's
did.
real love then. That's got to be your
Yeah.
favorite movie.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I mean I have photos, I have a Judy Garland photo here, and then I have her records here also. Like I'm just obsessed with her, she's like my favorite.
Shout out to Judy, man.
Shout out to Judy, she needs more
Yes.
respect.
Put some respect on her name. Okay, so you can't use Judy now because that was kind of my next question. Who are
Okay,
some of
okay,
your
okay.
favorite actors or actresses?
I love Emily Blunt a lot. I love Meryl Streep a lot. Recently I've been really into Jessica Chastain and Oscar Isaac, Scenes from a Marriage on HBO Max. Such a good show. They're such good actors. Like I'm watching this and I'm like, oh my God, like you guys are really, really good. Um, what else? Who else? I really like oh my god, I don't remember his name, but he's a Mexican actor. He's in the show Club de Cuervos. I saw him once at when Harry Met Sally screening at the Hollywood Cemetery, and I've never ran up to someone before in my life that I've seen because in LA you kind of just know like, oh, these people don't want to be bothered. But when I saw this dude, I literally ran to him and I was like, I need a photo with you. Like
Wow.
I think you are
Mm.
hilarious. And now I
Did you
don't
get the
even
photo?
I got the photo. I don't know where
Oh,
it
okay,
is though.
cool.
Um,
No.
but I have the photo. I ran. No, it was one of those ones where I ran up to him and I was like, "Oh, I shouldn't be doing this." And I walked back. He's like, "No, like you can talk to me. Like walk and talk to me." And I was like,
Oh, okay. So he's a cool guy.
he was a great guy. He was so nice. I unfortunately do not remember his real name. I just know him as Javi from Nosotros los Nobles. But yeah, great guy.
Great guy. Eventually we'll find the name. Hey,
We'll find the name.
since I'm editing it, Isaiah, put his name right here now. Cool. I
Yes, that
remembered.
guy. That guy. Yes.
Yeah, see? Isn't he great?
He's great.
Okay. So do you have like any dream acting roles that you would ever have?
Like obviously I want to be a Marvel villain, or not villain, sorry,
A
superhero. I want to be a
villain?
Marvel superhero. I mean,
Ah, okay.
even a villain, who cares? Like I just want to
I
be in
would
the
love
Marvel
to be a
cinematic.
villain.
It would be so much fun. Like
Mm-hmm.
um in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I also would really like to play. I love period pieces so much. I just love costuming. And I think nowadays the costume in period pieces are so incredible and so beautiful. So anything like that, or um Yeah, I would just like to be someone like that kicks ass more than anything. I feel like that would just be super super cool.
You know what's surprising? I thought for sure you're gonna be like, I want to play Dorothy in the remake of a remake of a remake of The
You
Wizard of
can't
Oz.
do a remake of The Wizard of Oz.
They
Just can't do
tried
it.
many
They
times.
tried with Taylor Swift. I do remember that article and I was so mad. I was like, they can't make Taylor Swift Dorothy. And they didn't. So
They
someone
didn't.
heard me. I also would love to be in a Tim Burton film. I really, really, really
That'd
love
be
his movies.
cool.
Yeah.
Favorite Tim Burton movie?
Beetlejuice for sure.
Mm,
For
that's one of my
sure.
sister's favorite movies.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to
It's
you, Alex.
Hey Alex.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about acting, a lot of
Mhm.
movies, but now one of my favorite passions is food. I can talk about
Mhm.
food 24/7, and we've already had like 3 food questions. If you can't
Mhm.
tell, I have a problem. But what are some of your favorite foods in general?
I love sushi. I'm literally ordering sushi after this is over. Because someone gave me a gift card. So I'm ordering sushi. I love Italian food. I love pasta. I love pizza. Obviously, I love Mexican food. I was very disappointed though. I had a street taco in New York and it cost me $5 for one taco. I had
For
a heart
one?
attack for one taco. I only wanted one. I just saw the truck. I had just eaten and I was like, no, you know what? I need to have a street taco. Had it and it was $5. And I was like, ew, what's usually I can get three. Usually I can get three with $5.
I'm
But
disgusted by that.
yeah, I like birria tacos that you can dip in the consomme like
Mm,
that. Oh my god, my mouth is literally salivating right now. Um, I will eat anything except Mediterranean food. Like literally anything else.
really?
Yeah, can't get into it. I don't like
Mm.
parsley, and I feel like they put parsley in everything.
You don't like parsley?
I don't like
Mm,
parsley. It's
okay.
just so weird. You know what it
Okay.
is? It's probably because my mom would give me like this oregano parsley um like drops in my mouth so I wouldn't get sick. So I think
That's
that's it.
definitely it then.
No.
I think that's definitely it. Have you ever had Puerto Rican food? Did you have it in New York?
I just had my first time I ever trying Puerto Rican food was in New York. It was oh my god, what is this place called? I I don't remember. It started with an M. I think it was like I don't remember, but I loved it. And they just opened up a restaurant here in LA. It's called Roomba Kitchen. It's by this woman who owns this truck called Triple Threat. And with Better Like, we were able to go and like try the food and like make a video with them. Oh my god, I've kind of like known about my love for like platanos, but it
Mm-hmm.
was just like reignited there. Like
Mm,
oh my god. And
that makes me
everything we ate
happy.
there was so good. I've never really had Puerto Rican food until this year. So
See, that's okay. I've always thought like one day I would live in California, right? But sometimes when I sit down and think about it, I'm like, I don't know if I truly can because I don't know if I'd be able to just forego Puerto Rican food on a consistent
yeah, there's
basis.
like nothing. And I was literally telling my coworkers this yesterday. Is like I've never heard people speak in a Puerto Rican Spanish, like Dominican Spanish, until I started working here with you guys. Because like that in California, we're not really exposed to that. We have
Mm-hmm.
Mexicans, we have people from El Salvador, from Guatemala, but like from the Caribbean, not really. I kind of heard a Cuban accent because like that's from when that's El Gordo y la Flaca, like they're Cuban. So that's how I knew that accent. But like Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, I never really knew that Spanish dialect, if
Mm-hmm.
you will.
Well, the disappointing thing is that they all decided to go to like the coldest areas possible for some reason, and
I
that's
mean, to
why
be fair, it was pretty close. Like, if you
it
think about
was
it,
close.
like,
Yeah.
and like the countries that I mentioned that are all in California right now, I mean, we're all on the same coast. Like,
Mm-hmm.
makes sense, but come on,
Yeah.
let's migrate a little further. I'm just kidding.
We just get warmer weather. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what have you been watching recently? Like on Netflix, Hulu?
Okay. So I just started watching Superstore. I'm almost done. I have one more season left. I am
No
obsessed.
way.
I
It's
actually
such a
have
good
a
show.
yes, it's a great show. One of my acting
Mm-hmm.
teachers is actually in that show. He plays Saeed.
Oh
Shout
my
out to Mr.
God, it's like my
Karangi.
favorite character.
Yeah, he taught me in school,
Oh.
which I'm watching the show. I'm like, wait, that's Mr. Karangi. So I'm loving Superstore right now. Also, Scenes from Marriage, which I've talked about earlier. So good. It's on
Mhm.
HBO Max. And Only Murders in the Building. God, I love that
I've
show.
never heard of it. Where's that one?
It's on Hulu. It's Selena Gomez,
Oh.
Steve Martin, and Martin Short. The writing is superb. The acting is superb. I actually found out that the guy who wrote Phineas and Ferb created this show, which makes 100% sense. Like it's
Mm.
just such a good show. Um, but yeah, I think those are the only ones that I'm watching right now. And I always watch Law and Order SVU. That's just kind of something I always have on.
Law and Order. One of those kinds of
Oh
people with the
yeah.
Law
Well,
and
it's
Order
so
always
funny.
on.
I was literally just watching an episode before hopping on this with you, and there was a murder in Central Park, and where they were in Central Park was where I literally was like a couple days ago. So I was like, I know where that is.
Never go in that park is pretty much what you've learned. Okay, so we're gonna do probably one more question, and I don't know if you can answer it or not, but
Oh
we're
God.
gonna give it a shot. So, what is one thing that you feel that a lot of people love that you just cannot understand why they like it? You're just like, why is that something you like?
Um, I don't want to get like murdered for this. Let me say. Mm, um.
I could give you my hot take, and I can test the waters that way.
Okay. Yeah. Give me yours, and then
Okay.
I'll.
So there's a smaller show called Friends that
Oh
everyone
my God.
loves. I
I love
know.
Friends.
You
I'm
did.
in. Yeah.
Interview's
My
over, guys. Thank you.
my
Goodbye. No, I'm kidding.
graduation cap from high school, literally, it was the picture frame, door frame. That's and it says the one where I graduated at 2000 whatever. Oh my God. Okay, well, if we're talking about that, um oh my God, I don't know. I feel like I like actually no, I don't really like a lot of things. Actually, no, I do. I don't know. Okay, Dear Evan Hansen. I could never get into that show.
Oh, and it's just isn't that coming out as a movie now?
I just saw the movie, yeah, and I was
Did
like,
you
oh,
like it better?
maybe I'll like the movie. Again, it's the plot for me. It's the plot. Couldn't get
Mm.
in. I just think it's so weird, and like I love the music. I just the plot is like I can't sit through this. I think this is so cringe. But don't
Ugh.
cancel me, Broadway. Please give me a chance.
You know what? Broadway, they are trying to cancel you now. Sorry. But guys, that wraps it up for the interview. You've heard a lot of hot takes. You've heard everything you need to know about the West Coast. And more importantly, you learned probably a little bit more about our wonderful guest, Carolina
Yeah,
Reynoso.
thank you so much for
Yes.
having me. This is so cool. And it wasn't a scam, which was great.
It wasn't a scam. Yeah, this is
Also,
real. I'm real.
this was
Oh,
real.
wait. One.
And
Okay. Actually,
this is my
one
first
question.
interview. This is my
For
first interview
real?
ever. That's why I thought
No
this was
way.
a scam. I was like, there's no way someone would want to talk to me.
Here we are. I'm surprised. This is your first interview?
This is my first interview ever in the
Hmm.
history of interviews. So congratulations.
I'm retiring then. This is my last interview on the Morning Buzz, guys. But okay, one actual last question is where
Okay.
can they find you?
Oh yeah. So my TikTok and Instagram are Caro Rey. Oh no. It's Caro Rey because my last name is Reynoso. My parents are not related. They just are from the same town. But my Twitter is Caro Rey, I'm pretty sure. That one I don't know why I messed up there. I don't know why I decided to go. God, I don't know. I don't have a middle name. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You can find me on BuzzFeed, on Like, on As Is. Yeah, I think that's it. I did just film another commercial last week,
Ooh.
so maybe you'll see me on TV in a short time, in a couple.
Can you share any details? Any exclusives?
I shot it in
Or no?
Canada. My first time ever in
Ooh.
Canada. I don't know if I can say anything else besides that, but I mean,
Okay.
it's not like it's not like an Oscar-winning thing, but still, I'm really excited. I love
It
filming.
could be
So whenever I
though.
get, it could be. Whenever you never know,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll say it's a Christmas commercial. So keep an eye out for the
Whoa,
holidays.
spoiler territory. No more, no more. Hey, that's cool.
Yeah. So it was my first time in Vancouver, and I was like super excited to like my first time someone like flew me out to like film something. So a lot of firsts this year. This is really cool.
Hey, and you added on to the list here on the show. That
Yep.
does it for here with me and you. Back to the studio, I guess. I don't know who's going to be on this episode, but back to you guys.
Back to you.